Alright, a very last second cast here between Uncomfortably Numb and Yrellevent. Couldn't say that for a moment. Looks like everyone's ready. So we're gonna start.
Cursed Hollow.
Switch over to the draft here. So Division A East, I believe. Comfortably Numb versus Yrellevent. Almost said Average Joe's. That was the prior series. Yeah. This I just got pulled into this last moment. Friend of a friend sort of thing. I usually do some casts for the Run Boys gang, formerly Victoria's Secret, because I know them. And someone in their server suddenly pinged me, cast my game, and I got it all set up, and here we go. We're a few minutes late, but we'll live. Yeah, I haven't seen either of these teams play before. I haven't cast any Debate this season. I don't know if I cast Debate last season. No particular reason. I just haven't. So yeah, I don't know what's going on in this div other than a first ban to Ronda, no less. Not even a second or third phase. I'm plugging my laptop. All right. Cursed Hollow. So that means this was Yrellevent's map pick. Mephisto ban here. Pretty sensible. I've seen a few solid Mephisto performances and a few not so solid, but it seems even on a loss the hero does a boatload of damage, so pretty fair ban. Diablo ban. Feels bad, man. I just watched Bam Bam get Diablo banned 5 times in a row in the Heroes Heart series. And it continues here between Comfortably Numb and Yrellevent. First pick Genji for Uncomfortably Numb. I know I cast an Uncomfortably Numb game, but that was another season. I don't think they were A. Maybe they were B at the time. Maybe I'm just crazy. I'd have to look in my history. In any case, not recently. Murder and Yrell picked up for Yrellevent, so staying true to their namesake. Additionally, securing both frontliners up front is interesting. Gives them enough flexibility, though. Both heroes have a lot of defense and mobility, and as with an Abathur coming out from UC, so huge macro power on these two heroes, and of course Genji with the Abathur hat and or Genji clone can put a lot of pressure on any backline. Any backline that Yrellevent picks, and Johanna Whitemane or Whitemane Johanna bans. Expect a support ban here, maybe the Deckard. Or some sort of backline follow-up. They've already banned the Toronto, which is pretty solid. Hanzo ban, yeah. So Deckard's available if Yrellevent want it. Hanzo ban makes sense, given that he can just shotgun the bosses with Scatter Arrow build. And Murder and Yrell provides plenty of stun slow for Hanzo to sit behind and pew pew people with his arrows. There's the Deckard. Let's see what they grab. Maybe like a Jaina or something. No, not into Genji. Or never mind. they pick it. Double Genji. I was gonna say. I mean, ignoring the enemy team, the Jaina pick is really, really, really good for what Yrellevent have for their front line. A Murky. All right, my night just got better. I came into this series like it's got to be a good series. I was about to go play The Witcher 3, and this guy messages me for the game. I'm like, fine, I'll do it. And yeah, got a Murky. I thought they might get a spicy pick, but no, it's Uncomfortably Numb. So cheers. Tracer. All right, all right, all right. We're getting interesting. We're getting interesting. All right. Pretty cool. Okay, so there's no actual warrior of any kind from Comfortably Numb, which is pretty interesting. But they do have a lot of macro pressure. They do have a lot of long range damage with Junkrat and Asmodan. Murky with Abathur is actually a lot more terrifying than probably most people realize, but it is. And of course, so there's the Genji. This Jane is probably food this game. Tracer may also not be able to escape depending on recall and blinks. Deckard should largely be fine. No warrior at all. Interesting. Maybe just I don't know what they're relying on when it comes to tributes. They can outwave clear Yrellevent with this Abathur Murky Asmodan Junkrat thing. And they'll out pressure them in general, though they should out XP them in general between Murky and Abathur. But I'm not sure how they ever get a tribute, other than maybe just having enough lane pressure or a talent tier advantage. I'm very curious to see how this plays out. Or they're somehow relying on Genji to just backline everyone with Asmo dunks or something. Along with Asmo dunks, rather. Let's find out in this best of 2 series. Uncomfortably Numb versus Yrellevent here in NGS Season 5, Round 4, Division 8 East. And in the blue corner, for UC, we have Mr. Monkey Man on the Genji, Novus on the Asmodunk. It'll be Captain Momo on the Murky, Famous on the Junkrat, Pilot of Earth on the Abathur. In the red corner, for Yrellevent, we have Patience on the Deckard Cain, Jamster on the Yrel. Toxic will be on, I think, is that the Jaina? No, that's Captain... I can't tell. Oh, okay, it's Kenny and he's on the Murden, sorry. And Dread will be on the Jaina, and who did I miss? I missed somebody. Captain Mask. Okay, there we go. He's on the Murden. Okay. Both these teams are apparently bottom of the scoreboard, so they're just clowning in the drafts, as far as I understand it. It'll be Murky versus Yrel. There's not a matchup you get to see every day. Murky with Abathur hat, anyway. And top, it's Asmodan along with the Abathur against the Jaina. Not very ideal for the Jaina. Considering the lack of a warrior, they don't really need one here. I almost would rather see Murden, and of course she has no wave clear. It's actually no good option for this. Maybe like a Murden Deckard? No, sorry, Murden Tracer. This isn't really worth a Tracer rotation, considering it's a Murky. We get the kill, but it doesn't really matter. Tracer isn't stacking anything right now. I guess she's stacking Pulse Strike. And Jaina goes down top to Gengu and Abathur. Maybe some help from Asmodan as well. Let's see if he's credited. No, he is not. So it was just the Abathur. Nope, excuse me, he has an assist. He did indeed help. So now Deckard's up here. Tributes coming in, so teams are moving to their camps. I'm very interested to see how much XP UC can get over Yrellevent, because I haven't seen it have their Murky in a long time, probably a year or two. Level 4s for both teams. Living the dream, baby. It's Murky for you. Here's the untouchable for Tracer. This is where these ganks will start to make more sense. Get these stacks up. Likely to happen though with Bubble and Avatar available. First Tribute's top, which they have a bit of a holdover. Going in on Dread here. Chunks them out, force the tap. Asmo Dunk, they have the Giants. Murden on the way. Holy Avatar mines though. Murden's about to eat some of those for breakfast. Or for dinner rather. Jumps over the wall. Gate's about to go down. So possibly if they're forced to retreat top, they won't have a very safe spot. Considering the tower. Okay, looks like Yrellevent's just giving up the trib as they opted to do Bruiser Camp. Okay, Tracer's just gonna harass on the back line right now. Genji, excuse me, coming over. Marky's still bottom. Tracer recalls, but I don't think that was the right thing to do. She's probably gonna die for that. Misses the pulse bomb, JK! Overwatch versus Overwatch. Tracer wins, but here comes the other Overwatch hero. Let's see who will win this time. Genji cleans up. Dread channeling. They not interrupting us? They're not. Tribute goes to wow, okay. Tribute goes to Yrellevent. I'm a little surprised Genji just kept running middle instead of coming back top to clean up. Avatar goes down. Actually, what am I saying? Azmodan goes down. Crazy Tribute. I had my doubts on to how UC would take the trib, but it looked like it was in their favor. I know Genji was low on mana, but he could have stuck around to threaten some low health heroes. He still had like maybe 10-15% mana. Enough for a skill or two. That's what I'm complaining about. The tank not healing, but he is in fact the tankiest character in this game, so. Questionably criticizing himself unknowingly. Tracer didn't actually... Okay, so she wasn't actually part of those takedowns, assist-wise. A lot of movement here middle, as Martin will go onto the Junkrat. Put the smackdown on him. Here comes Tracer. It might be in a lot of trouble. Genji, though, here to cause some trouble of his own. Tracer getting a lot of heals from the Decker, but here comes a fat Asmo Dunk along with the Jaina damage. Both teams mages throwing out the spells. Yeah, they can interrupt this with Junkrat. Nice boop away. Health bars aren't that great for Yrellevent, though they're getting better. This isn't going to go well. Asmodan potentially dying. Genji with the deflect, not quite there. Habitat out on him. Here's the dunk. So close to cleaning up all the members of Yrellevent. He aggro's the boss, actually, rather than let Yrellevent take him out. Okay. More clowniness occurs as tribute number 2 go the way of Yrellevent. Avatar still soaking, pushing bottom. This is a nice double wave. We'll do a lot of structure damage. No one's in the area. Oh, Tracer will go down. Maybe Jamster as well. He's gonna get a bunch of heals. Gonna be fine. So is the Avatar. Heat almost down. Avatar was forced off of helping bottom. Majesty 007 with a cheer for Yrellevent. Well, they're doing pretty good right now. They are about a level behind. This Asmodan might need to be careful. Ate a Stormbolt, no real follow-up though, just Deckard in the area. The XP, you know, from the Avatar, of course, coming in the Marquee. Speaking of, let's have a look. That actually doesn't show. It's actually coming in from the Asmodan, mostly. Speaking of 10s here, so we have the clone. Is that... Yeah, that is Dragonblade, not X-Strike, and that's actually Reign of Destruction, Demonic Invasion, excuse me. Not the traditional black pools. Here's the Riptire. Where's that Riptire happening? Top lane onto Jaina. She goes down. No more Miss Nice as Ice, and Murky has also got the Octo Grab. So a lot of lockdown potential here. I do typically see March of the Murlocs on this map. You get a nice flank and just let it loose in the backline or from the side. You can really clean up a tribute fight or force one in your favor. I feel like they really need the Octo Grab. I don't even know if they kill anyone in it, frankly. We'll see. Top 4 goes down though, to all this pressure, so well played. This is cursed for Yrellevent if they can get it there. Now level 10 as well. Okay, that was a Murky Deaths. And we have the Water Elemental, the Deckard, Stay While and Listen. Irrel, of course, out in Defender. Murden, there's the Avatar. Asmodan surrounded here. Gets the Pulse Bomb on him. Sure to go down here in just a moment. Indeed, he does. Avatar clone is out, but here's Stay a While and Listen. Not staying too long, though. Tracer forced away. Mr. Monkey Man chases down Toxic. Overwatch again. Overwatch wins. This double Genji clone doing a lot of work. No one's taking this tribute. Murky goes invulnerable. Murden, Yrel leaping at him. Surprised main Genji isn't hopping in here. Now he's here. Actually goes in for the Dragon Blade with the Junkrat boop. Pushes Murden away. Feels bad, man. Murky's coming back. So is Asmodan. This tribute isn't Yrellevent just yet. Genji, though, oh, last second, just debating. Stalling this tribute as long as possible. Here comes Asmodan, though, and there's a big Riptire as well. Junkrat, that was from downtown, bottom lane. Genji, if he doesn't have tap, won't be able to show up. Jane is actually top, by the way. I'm pretty surprised he isn't coming down here to assist us with this curse from Yrellevent. Genji, I'm surprised he hasn't just Hearth. Okay, here's an Octo Grab. Where's the follow-up? Here comes Junkrat with an Avatar hat. Pulse Bomb will miss. Tracer, though, onto the Avatar. Down will go the Mercs. Genji, falling very low here, gets the Avatar hat. Does deflect, actually. Boss is now aggro. Tracer so low. That'll be Asmodan Wrath completed. That's Jamster on Yrel. Channels. Junkrat trying to cancel. Teammates will absorb. Cancel is here.
You shall know my curse.
Curse for Yrellevent. 9 minutes in. Things go their way. Understandably, well, okay, tough to say. Murky Death. Didn't think I missed anything. So the right call from Yrellevent, split soaking at least 2 lanes for max XP and structural damage. Bottom lane, of course, is a boss lane. Well, yeah. Big dunk here from Asmodan, though, and this leap will miss. Woo, Jamster on the run, but I don't think Mr. Monkey Man is going to let him escape as long as he has the cooldown. Shurikens will miss. He lands one there. Just needs one more. We'll clean him up. Patience on the run from this double Junkrat. Unless Genji goes over the wall, doesn't feel comfortable. That was 3 kills. As Yrellevent had the right idea, but went at it a little too hard. No tank, no support equals new meta. Correctamundo. Avatar's a support, though. Not a true support, but he's a partial support, right? Sustain Garabus, regen microbes, Soma transference. He can heal with that. There's a pause. Discord issues already. We will take a moment while they have Discord issues. They are ready. Okay. Let's get back to the game. Okay, here we resume level 14 to 13, 8 to 6 as Yrellevent pushed way too far. Discord issues indeed. I would concur. Communication not quite there, or just the wrong way, as Uncomfortably Numb look to take their boss. Murden was in the area looking to scout it out, but with their members rezzing, walking across the map, won't really be able to contest this, but they're taking a little while to do it. No, not going to be here. Asmodan maybe in a little trouble middle. It's gone on by Murden and Tracer. He's trying to walk, but he's too fat. Pulse Bomb is out. It's only a matter of time before he goes down. Nice skill here for Yrellevent. They may try and push out this middle fort, but they do have a boss bottom. They do have the Giants coming in, though. This is a nice extra bit of defense. CC will pause to take the Bruisers. Nice boop here from Junkrat. The fort is sure to fall. Avatar, though, will slowly build up pressure top lane. We'll see how much he can do up there. Murky down here bottom. Push him with the boss. 16 coming in real quick for UC. It's a healing static for Muradin. He picked that about a level late, conversely. Must have been really thinking about his talent tier choices. That was a Tracer. Okay. Not Tracer. Speaking of Tracer, she has 2 stacks of Untouchable. I know Abathur is a specialist, but he can support just like Medivh. He has healing in his kit. He's a non-traditional support, okay? And it's working out pretty well here for Uncomfortably Numb. They're up a kill, they're up a talent tier. They aren't really ahead in structures though. They lost their middle fort. They took out the top one pretty early. They are about that he got the bottom though. It was a demonic invasion from Asmodan as Tracer chases the Genji. Dash will be there. Junkrat clears out middle. Yrell's top. Abathur was forced to retreat. 16 almost here for Yrellevent. They will want to try and soak this in the next 30 seconds. They should be able to. That was a recall on Tracer. I'm not sure if she'll get out. A quick octo grab by Murky. And then even the Riptire committed. That seems like overkill. But no kill like overkill, I suppose. It looks like Yrellevent will concede this tribute, considering Tracer's death, but no one's even in the neighborhood for the bottom trib. I'm a little surprised they didn't sniff this out. Oh, they're here. Here's a big dunk on Captain Muramask. He's not going to be too happy about that. Asmodan's trying to come in with the Abbey Hat. Jamster, though, is looping him around. He's just walking in here alone. Where's his team? They're slow to come here. Here's a big dunk. Muradin will dodge it, though. Here's the Blizzard. Here's the Seal. Cleaned up. Muradin's still pretty low, though. They might have a chance. Genji comes in looking for a fat Dragon Blade. Boop from Yrell. Gonna slow it down. Boss is getting cut. Jamster, though, is going to absorb. We'll see who can win this boss fight. Here's a Abby clone, but it's right into a Deckard sleeve. Things not looking so great for Uncomfortably Numb here, as they will lose 3 plus clone. Okay, at least Muradin went down to the Junkrat trait. 1 for 3, but they'll lose the trip, and this boss will get a lot of push value. Just really strange decision making by Uncomfortably Numb. Asmodan had dunked this boss, and the team was really slow to respond, even though they were middle. I think they were hesitating, hovering, going tribute top, tribute top, tribute top, and then finally, like, decided to go top. Asmodan just runs it in, maybe trying to get that Muradin kill, because he was low, but can't get it alone. Not with the Deckard spam healing, and of course his own regen. Yeah, and then they just chain feed it from there, and boss is knocking around the keep wall. Not really what they're looking for here. 10 to 10, still about a half level experience advantage from Uncomfortably Numb. No, Muradin's, Murky has just been screwing around bottom lane. Will bribe the siege camp. More of a deny at this point, considering the heroes in the area to clean this up. This is Murky's job, waste the enemy team's time. So what's the next move Yrellevent can make? I mean, the main team fights do seem to favor them as long as they can engage properly, not get too split up. And Abathur in a lot of trouble. Excuse me, Asmodan in a lot of trouble. Gets a big dunk, gets an Alliance invasion, but going to be for naught. He's down for almost 60 seconds. That is going to hurt. Comfortably Numb actually need to play more grouped up at the start of these fights. They can afford to split after the fact, or maybe look to split them up with Junkrat and collapse like a double Genji or whatever. Just walking around the map, this Asmodan with no escape, no mobility. Even if Abathur can hit him, it won't help. There's too much catch from the side of Yrellevent with this Muradin, Yrell, Tracer, Deckard CC. Jaina slows if she's in the area. So it's the second time Asmo's gone down, really 3rd time in a row. He's died way too much for this game. He ran it in top. We saw him got cut out here middle earlier, now again, just now. So, gonna cost him a lot, possibly a mid-keep as Genji's off getting the tribute. Here comes a big Riptire. Go boot players around, there's just not enough people here to help. Murky's pushing bottom, but this won't be keep for keep trade at all. Seems questionable, and they wanted the players here, I don't think, to clean up anyone on the retreat either, especially not with this Deckard seal. Muradin should still have him. Forced to Avatar. Yrell will also give him some armor to jump talent. Aegis of Light. Murky Hearth's home. Okay, this is 20 for UC, but also really soon for Yrellevent. So we have a Cannonball, Pride, Dragon becomes a Hive Mind, alright. And a Shark too, okay. Oh, the possible invade from Yrellevent. No, it's gonna be too late. Boss picked up here for UC. 20 though, around the corner for Yrellevent. This fight will basically determine the game because whoever wins big here can just walk through middle or bottom respectively. Here is a fat Octo grab, down goes Tracer. Murky will just walk away with Big Bubble, and here comes a Genji clone. Big dunk from Asmodan. Genji clone comes in, trying to clean up Jamster. Will absorb for now. Might be able to chase. Should be fine. But this is Curse and Boss coming in for Uncomfortably Numb. Both teams are level 20. They're down their Tracer. This is going to be a tough hold, and they might just be down their Jaina in a moment. Nice sleep from Patience, but it's not going to be enough as a Riptire chases him. Will actually boop him to relative safety. Big dunk from Asmo, not going to be enough. Murden standing tall against the world. That Avatar up in a few seconds. Forced to pop it here. Big CC out onto the Genji, might just clean him up, protect it for the moment, but down indeed he goes. Well, there's a nearly full health boss in the core. Surprised to see Uncomfortably Numb running here rather than simply hitting core. I guess it's over either way. Can they clean up the Muradin? They cannot. 12 to 12, 21 to 20, but 100% core to 0% core is going to favor Uncomfortably Numb. Game 1 here. The pickoffs. Gotta say, it's the Murky. That Murky Octograb on the Tracer. That makes sense why I took the Octograb. I was saying before how I liked March of the Murlocs on the Murky here, but I was forgetting about the Tracer factor. It's a really great way to grab her because it's actually a point and click stun, and Murky does this little charge move when he does it. If you're not used to playing against it, it's a little, it can be surprising. So, a lot of value here from this Murky Octograb. I did criticize the Asmo. I feel like he died too much, sort of wandering around the map, out alone against a super mobile team, but other than that, Uncomfortably Numb played this pretty well. The top boss invade was also pretty janky, where Asmo just ran it in, and they all sort of ran in one by one, but hey, works out in the end as assumed. They did maintain talent tier advantage, or a level advantage at least, the whole game. Just about, or most of the game rather, which helped them out a bunch. Just posture harder. No real support, no real warrior, and they take the win. That's got to be a feels bad man for the enemy team. Morale ruiner, if there was one. No deaths on Deckard though, the only one to not die in the whole game. Genji got all the kills. Right, we'll go to a quick waiting screen as we get into game number 2. Gotta update the score though. I believe Towers of Doom is our next map. Indeed it is. Okay, we're actually ready for game 2 here. Let's get it going. Let's hop into Uncomfortably Numb versus Yrellevent. Round 2 in this best of 2 series. UC took game 1 on Cursed Hollow. Was Yrellevent's map pick, actually. So this is UC's map pick. Saw some pretty interesting drafts last game. No true support, no tank for Uncomfortably Numb. They still took the game with an Abathur Murky draft. Abathur Murky Asmodan, Genji, and who else? I can't remember. The Asmodans quickly banned here by Yrellevent, not having any of Fat Man's nonsense in this game. That being said, I don't feel like he was the highest impact hero. Not criticizing him, but the star of the show is really this Genji Abathur Murky, I feel. Nonetheless, he is banned out here on TOD. Trying to ban yet again for UC. Not sure if that's a hero Yrell is known to run, or they just simply don't want a chance fighting against a Tyrande. They could be running an Abathur again. Tyrande Owls can be kind of annoying with it. It's not old Tyrande who has stacking Owl Quest who can start one-shotting Abby at a point. White main ban here. Common support ban. Probably the top support ban right now, even over Mr. Deckard. No one wants to deal with the High Inquisitor and her clemency, or her zeal, rather. Excuse me. Second ban here from UC. Before we get to the actual picks, let's see what they grab. The Genji ban, they themselves banned the Genji. Interesting, considering it had a fairly strong performance last game. Maybe a few missteps, but overall, rather high impact Genji play. But they don't have the first pick. I believe they first picked the Genji last game, so common strategy if you don't have first pick to ban out annoying heroes like Genji. It'll be the Deckard yet again for Yrellevent. First phase pick this time. Last time I believe was in the 2-3. He didn't play badly last game, but he didn't really have a chance to shine either, per se. I forgot to look at the healing numbers. I'm sure they were fine. He had some... He didn't have bad sleeps, but he didn't really have good sleeps either. They landed on multiple heroes, but it was often after a teammate already died, or the fight was way out of their favor, which, you know, means it's not going to do anything. So maybe he can clean up the stay a while and listen plays. This round, gonna need him because Yrel Diablo is a lot of run at you aggro. From the side of Uncomfortably Numb, Deckard will have to put the old Primeval to sleep with some good tails and see what his team can do with these next few picks. I was going to say percentage damage would be nice. They do get the Malthael, although it's typically an offlane pick. May not see too much of the Diablo action other than directly around the altar fights. Phoenix can technically also offlane, but it makes more sense to use Malthael and on a Pale Hell, just maybe try and force some sort of double soak Malthael while the rest of your team 4-man's bottom. We'll see if they opt for that kind of strategy or not. Trying to rotate versus a Diablo, not the most enticing prospect usually, but there's no more. We'll see what kind of follow-up UC has here. They were shown to be pretty aggressive last game. That was without an actual warrior, and Diablo is about as aggressive as you get as far as warriors go. In Blizzard's own words, the premier gank hero in Heroes of the Storm. Murden ban was played rather well last game overall from Yrellevent. Malfurion? Really? Toronto's already banned Malf. That's fair, I guess. Stukav's still up, but he's a little wonky with Diablo. There's no true root until later possibility. They banned the Toronto themselves. I wonder if they're going for the support. It's going to be the Charism Tracer, so they're just going for pure aggro. Can't stop, won't stop. And there's no frontline yet for Yrellevent, so they already have a Malthael. It doesn't count as frontline. There was a time he used to count as frontline, but that was long ago, before they completely changed Reaper's Souls. Cassia Johanna, so they have double blinds. Pretty good versus the Charism. Can be good versus the Tracer, but considering how much she flanks, I don't expect her to really get hit by the blinds that often compared to the Charism. Charism could struggle a lot versus double blinds. Cassia is really good in the Tracer, natural counter, as long as you keep her moving, considering her trait. Massive physical armor against the Tracer. So that's nice. Phoenix also good in the Tracer, trades well into her. So this Tracer pick goes well with Uncomfortably Numb's general dive idea. But on her own, her capability to harass I think is going to be little to none. Without just forcing her to be the one in trouble, I would say. Even Deckard doesn't mind her too much. Obviously, caught out alone for any extended amount of time he will, but even later he can go, forget the level 16 name of the talent, the stun talent, and start screwing with her by just smacking her in the face. We'll see. I like the draft of Yrellevent here. Again, it's a little more standard, more straightforward. Uncomfortably Numb's was pretty alternative last game. It's less alternative this game, a little bit. It is, they're almost all in on this run at you idea, but they did grab Hanzo to add some wave clear and siege power, which is a good idea. Once again, game 2 in this best to do series. Uncomfortably Numb in the blue corner. Novus on the Diablo. Mr. Monkey Man going to be on the Tracer. Famous on the Hanzo. The Spectre on the Yrell. Pilot of Earth on the Charism.
The battle begins.
And in the red corner for Yrellevent, it'll be Dread on the Phoenix. Jamster on the Malthael. Captain Murrah on the Johanna. Toxic on the Cassia. And Patience on the Deckard.
What are you waiting for? I will feast upon your terror.
You have the Iron Fist Charism, as there is an overpower Shadow Charge onto Malthael. Here comes out a lot of blinds. And a whole bunch of Deckard CC. Nothing will come of it, although Diablo's health bar not looking too healthy. Yeah, the durability of Yrellevent's draft is pretty strong. So I'm very curious to see how well Comfortably Numb can execute this all-in aggro strategy. Because you can't just end the game off picks necessarily the way you can other maps. Looks like Diablo's going to get first blooded here. Gets too greedy, and Charism might be soon to follow. Oh, gets a last second dash on around 50 HP. Yrell's been top this whole time, conversely. But the kill... Okay, Malthael is double soaking. No, he's not. He's got Death Reach. No Pale Horse for him. Okay. He was just filling middle in his team's absence, I suppose. And it's pretty clear what Uncomfortably Numb's game plan is. But what is Yrellevent's game plan? A lot of sustain, mostly. Johanna with her shields, Phoenix shields, Deckard potions, adding more shields. Malthael will look to ramp up, and of course look to execute targets later. With last rites. Phoenix getting gun on here. A lot of aggro. They're chasing him down with the Tracer Charism. Not going to get it though. UC also managed to take the Sapper. Both sides took Sapper camps actually. Yrellevent putting more of the focus on cleaning him up though. Hanzo versus Yrell. This is a... Excuse, what am I saying? Malthael versus Yrell. This is a Malthael favored matchup in general. And we can see Yrell's health bar suffering greatly from this. She didn't look the Hanzo build. Scatter. Right. As many scatter stacks as he'd like though. But he has been sitting mid alone for the most part. So no real opportunity to get more. Diablo also only at 20 souls. Did go down once. Triple tribute spawn here, both teams level 5. Here's in with the Earth Ally, will help against this Cassia. Now feel your rebel will trade out top as the rest duke it out bottom. Diablo versus Johanna. Shadow charge out. Nice Deckard CC, keeping him at bay. Oh, Cassie goes in, but there's no extra lockdown other than that one overpower. Malthael's actually going to try and chase down the Tracer, not going to land it. But with the presence of Malthael here to also chip away at this Diablo and the Yrell. Ooh, that's a nice root on Karazhan. Bye bye, Mr. Monk. There's so many Diablo heroes in this game, and I just noticed it. Holy moly. 6 Diablo heroes out of 10. Decent combo on Johanna, but a little thing going on skin. I think she'll walk away just fine and dandy. Game plan. Uncomfortably Numb. Not looking great right now, but we'll have to wait and look what level 10 looks like for them. What they can pull off. Of course, Tracer already has her Pulse Bomb. That won't change too much there. Show talents. Pretty sure I've been showing talents. I usually show them every talent here, typically, as long as I remember. But I am a little tired, so maybe I do need a reminder. Diablo getting gun on here in the bottom. He's blinded. He's getting jumped by Cassia. He's getting slowed. He's killed. Diablo trying to hold the lane alone while Karazhan Tracer do the siege camp, but this is about to get invaded. As the Yrellevent say, thanks for the free sappers, boys. Hanzo drops a Sonic Arrow. Will reveal nothing other than the map being painted red, where it should be blue. 3 kills. UC still trying to get on the board.
Lay claim to the altars.
Malevolence for Diablo. Oh, he's going. Okay, he's going full auto build. Nice Deckard Root here. Big damage on the Hanzo. Nearly goes down to the blinds in the Cassia damage. Phoenix though, a lot of damage and ended up with Pulse Bomb on the Cassia. Not the intended target. Was indeed the Phoenix. Tracer will clean him up. Diablo versus Malthael. Not a matchup Diablo wins, but he gets the overpower in the wall bang, and now Malthael's getting collapsed on. Jamster goes down, trying to rage check out. Not going to work. Johanna on the run. Actually out of mana. Smack from Yrell will actually just push her back. 28 to 32. Diablo's ramping a little more now, though. Up to 83 souls. Going to be happy with that exchange. Is Uncomfortably Numb, finally getting 2 kills on the board. As they counter-invade the siege camp of Yrellevent, who are 4v2ing right now. Soon to be a 4v4, I'm not sure how well this is gonna go. Cassie goes down, but oh, Tracer, she will blink to safety. Here's the Deckard CC. This fight over this camp isn't over yet. Diablo just looks like they're leaving him to the wolves. No! He's gonna burn all his souls. Mistakes were made, I feel like, from Uncomfortably Numb. Though Malthael also showed up in force. So quick res for Diablo, but pretty painful time to lose your souls just before level 10s. Next round of objectives is coming up soon. Not where you want to be feeling weak. And can't help but feel like his team just left him to the wolves there when they didn't necessarily have to. I guess it's possible they all just lose more, but they had an advantage and maybe they could have pressed it more. It's hard to say without seeing the fight play out differently. Tracer coming in for some harass, but nothing really coming of it. Level 10's actually here for Uncomfortably Numb first. 3 to 4 as we get Dragon Arrow, APOC, Pattern Defender. I believe that's 7-sided. Indeed it is. And the standard Pulse Bomb. Dragon Arrow will whiff. Feels bad, man. Diablo is in on the Cassia. No combo yet, though. APOC comes out pretty darn late. Gonna miss on actually absolutely everybody. Fat sleep from Deckard lands on 2. Both frontliners. Diablo's just going to go down. Executed to the last rights. Yrell will Ardent defend her, but she's at full health. Not going to matter. Down goes Deckard to the Tracer. But Karazim will slip inside and latch this ever to survive. Will not survive at low health. Speaking of not surviving, Phoenix goes down to the Hanzo with the bloodbath. Tracer on the run. It's a 3v3. Who's going to win though? Malthael will have to sustain. See if they have the damage. Hanzo should be able to clean up some kills here. No, Johanna Ironskin last second. Yrell's going to go down, but Tracer and Hanzo here cleaning up. Johanna goes down. Alter should go the way of Uncomfortably Numb in the end. 7-7 now. 11-11. 28-28. This game is about as dead even as it gets, minus the bottom tower, which sits at around 35% health. The bottom fort, excuse me. Let's look at some stats. Hanzo damage, comparable with Cassia's. Deckard out healing the Karazim by quite a bit at this stage, around 7,000. Diablo tanking a lot more than Johanna, but he's also died 4 times. That was a straight dragon arrow into 7-sided. And they clean up the Malthael. He's gone. He's deleted. Lord of Death, says Diablo. I'm the Lord of Terror. Puts a smackdown on the Angel, along with help from friends. Here's a nice big APOC, but he wasn't able to get the overpowered follow-up on the Cassie I was looking for. Eats a Blessed Shield, stunned, blinded. Here's a big Deckard sleep. Diablo's sure to go down. That was also a Lightning Nova that finished him off. Tracer in a lot of trouble, getting chased down by Phoenix. Let's see if she has another blink here. She'll be fine. Diablo only at about half strength. Both teams, there's a lot of brawling over these Zapper camps. They are important. I'm not sure they're this important to, like, they just burned 3 ults or something to kill Malthael, so they probably would have liked to have one more there. And speaking of Malthael, he might just go down here again in the middle. Just a wild Malthael appears. Hey, free 7-sided, why not? Feels bad, man. Gonna push UC towards 13 first, and have the general advantage bottom, considering this is about to be 5v3. Little surprised to see Yrellevent stay here, but Tracer nearly gets outright just backlined as Yrell's trying to channel in the midst of the whole team. I feel like UC should be trying a lot harder here, because Malthael is going to be on the way, and they aren't really posturing for a fight. They're posturing more to get the channel, but Diablo will overpower Shadow Charge Johanna. Falling low, but she still has the Iron Skin. There was a scan, I believe that was interrupted on the Phoenix. Indeed it was. 10-second cooldown. Deckard gets to sleep, but it's just going to delay things. Phoenix will clean up, excuse me, Tracer will clean up Johanna with a Pulse Bomb. Here comes a big APOC. A lot of roots. Going to need that Ardent Defender if she has it. She does? Doesn't? I don't know what happened right there. Diablo might just go down to the damage of Malthael. Karazim gets a nice hit inside of its on multiple targets. Going to get executed here. No real saves available. Fight goes the way of Yrellevent. Very confused about Ardent Defender. Okay, no. She used it 10 seconds earlier than when I thought she used it. So she didn't really get any healing out of it. Big win for Yrellevent as they equalize the kill score here, 10-10. Get ahead on points and now go for the boss. It appears UC does not know about this, so this will be another 4 shots going the way. They know now, but Diablo isn't here and most of the team isn't. That's just a straight Blessed Shield onto Hanzo. Just ripping it. Yrell's going in though, big time. Big knock. She does not have her Ardent Defender. She's just going to go down. Indeed she is. There's a big Dragon Arrow. Huge fight over this boss once again. There's a big Deckard sleep. Oh, Tracer trying to make plays. Not going to happen though. Is that a quick res on Diablo? It was. Comfortably Numb just throwing their bodies at Yrellevent here in game 2 over a boss point. I feel like both these teams are fighting to the death over things they could chill out a little bit on. A little more UC. I understand it is their game plan. Nice combo here in the Phoenix. The overpower will be interrupted by Johanna with a Condemn, but is she in trouble now? Carries him actually 7 sides above. That feels like a mistake. Instead of going for the isolated Johanna. I feel like that was a fairly guaranteed kill if they just go for that. They may just get it anyway, though. Indeed, they will. This is 3v4, by the way, as Malthael does the top. Sapper camp. Once again, Yrellevent are down a hero just as the altars spawn. It didn't matter last time bottom. This time it could cost them 2 altars. Should, in fact, cost them 2 altars. UC not interested in trying to contest that upper right camp. A little too crazy, perhaps, even for them. Alright, now 20 to 20, 14 to 14, 11 to 13. The only thing not even is the kill score, and again, these health hub forts, and okay. Another sapper camp not gonna be fought over to the death, or will it? Here comes Malthael in the back, gets a nice Wraith, not Wraith Strike. Whatever his E is called, I suddenly can't remember. This is like unprofessional, but Death Shroud. I was thinking like Ghost Shroud, I knew that was wrong. Alrighty, 15 to 15. Separate camps. Wait, already cleaned up. Yrellevent, this tower has 1 HP, or they exploded on the tower, I'm not sure which. Both teams going to be looking for 16. Looks like UC will grab this sapper camp, then try and shove on bottom. Bottom, of course, the optimal lane to control on the Towers of Doom due to the presence of the sapper camps. But Yrellevent will have the advantage here in general, considering the very low health of this fort. Sapper's gone though. We'll see how much UC can escort them. 16 just around the corner. Nice Deckard CC into Johanna Blessed Shield will just clean up Diablo, clean up Hanzo. Comfortably Numb, getting cocky. Can even get a return kill here on the Malthael? I don't think so. Unless Tracer has a pulse bomb. She does. I don't think it'll even be enough. It is not. He just keeps healing off this Yrell. She's going in. Gonna cost her. Even with this Ardent Defender and a really nicely dying Blast Rights. We'll clean up the Space Goat Lady. Yrellevent. Making Yrell irrelevant. Here at the 14.5 minute mark as they move in to clean up this bottom fort. Game plan going their way. Comfortably Numb's strategy of just kamikaze face diving body bombs doesn't seem to be working out too well for them. See if they'll adjust anything moving here into the late game, but seems a little unlikely as they're currently 2v5. Make it 3v5 with the arrival of Diablo. Tracer nearly cleaning up, but cares him. Just gonna die. Diablo, by the way, no souls really. 44. Okay, he has some, but not nearly enough to be strong at this stage of the game. Blessed Shield on Hanzo. More follow-up. Cassia, get a triple. 5 more tower shots. Comfortably Numb. Falling to bits here in the mid-game. Repeatedly losing fight after fight. Does Yrellevent want to even up this series? After that last, one might call, embarrassing match on Cursed Hollow. They're mad, they hungry, they want the draw. So far it looks like they're going to get it. Nonetheless, they have a few more altars to claim, and maybe the boss, which should be up soon, under a minute before this can happen. They do get the Sapper's bottom though, and they look like they're going to try and escort them in. Not sure Uncomfortably Numb's going to be able to stall this. Yrell's moving top, and she's the best person to stall these Sappers. Because Hanzo's alright, if he can land the right abilities. Vitality for Malthael. Overpower here in the Joe, but she'll just try and spin it off. Not going to go over. Nice root. Here's him will temporarily 7-sided out of it. Here's a sleep follow-up. This might be a triple. Almost. No, not quite. Oh. Malthael actually cleans up Yrell in the top lane, and he's at like 30 HP. Wow. That was another. How many last rate stacks does he have? 5 out of 10. He can opt for the 20 to upgrade if he wants. It like doubles your bonuses or whatever. I think it like completes the quest at this point. But yeah, things going really well for Yrellevent here. Not so well for Uncomfortably Numb. 11 to 22. The kill score almost doubling, and what was even, I believe, is 10 to 10. Yeah. So 1 kill from Uncomfortably Numb in the time. Well, to make that. I was waiting to see if they get the Diablo kill. Another execute for Malthael. That's 13 kills for Yrellevent to the 1 kill. Uncomfortably Numb. Feels bad, man, when they took a full aggro team. This is do or die mode. This is boss, but it's 4v5. Not sure what they can do. Deckard, stay while and listen's also available. Yrell will absorb here. Been pushed around by the condemn, but Dragon Arrow's here. They're contesting the point temporarily. Cassie will go down. Here's a fat Phoenix salvo. Tracer's trying to come in to do something. Hanzo will actually jump off the point. Not sure about that, considering it is do or die. Malthael, Cassie execute. Blue team dominated indeed here in game 2. Is Yrellevent strike back, proving they can also get on the board with those wins. Cassie and Hanzo with all the damages. Kerzim's healing almost half of Deckard's. That definitely hurt them a bit. But Deckard died none to Kerzim. Wait, what? Kerzim didn't? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong stat. Kerzim died 5 times and Deckard died once, so he's bound to have a lot more healing. Quick look at some talents. Standard. Seraph's Hymn, huh. Okay, of course she took this because she has a Johanna on her team. Makes sense. Malthael's build, I'd say, was a titch alternate with like the W build at 1 in 16. Don't always see that, but worked out really well for him here. Ethereal Existence, this is mostly against Tracer and probably Kerzim. To an extent Hanzo. Worked out well. Diablo build was pretty janky, I gotta say. This sort of Filato build is not really what you're looking for in a Diablo. This is a Diablo build by all means, of course. But it's the weakest of his 3 builds. Generally speaking, either full Fire Stomp or hybrid Fire Stomp Shadow Charge are considered his best builds for good reason. So I feel like this was largely the wrong way to go. Some decent epochs, but we saw a few messed up, including the very first one, which is used way too late. I believe missed a kill on a Cassie as a result. Not quite the impact you needed from your frontliner in a full aggro draft. You need these execution, like the initiation has to go right, or the fights aren't going to look too great. Hanzo, standard Hanzo things. Nothing really to say there. Yeah, execution heavy draft here from Uncomfortably Numb doesn't work out. So they basically failed to execute it properly. Just sort of not understanding their their dive bomb strategy. Their team can dive together, but they never really did that. There's a lot of ones here, ones there, split here, get picked off there. They were even. It was 10 to 10 or maybe even 11 to 11, like I said, and then Yrellevent just demolished them. GG, well played to both teams, though. I think they still have another game to play. In the standings. We do need to grab some interviews from both players, if possible. But for now, we do have one player, Toxic, from the side of Yrellevent. Let's get in the lobby here.
Oh, hey, what's up, Ripper?
One moment, please.
Take your time.
There we go. Just didn't finish typing some text on the screen. Yeah, how's it going?
I mean,
Pretty interesting evening. Pretty curious set of games. I gotta say, game 1, no real tank, no real support. Pretty crazy, but Uncomfortably Numb pull it off. Gotta be feels bad,
Uh,
man, losing to that.
well, that was I don't play DPS as you're aware. I'm a tank main. I just had to sub in for DPS this week.
Okay.
I don't play Tracer ever. I just I'm a bad person and I'm mean to my team.
Wait, sorry, I'm actually unclear. Are you Uncomfortably Numb or you're relevant? I'm confused now.
I'm on Yrellevent.
Oh, okay. Got it.
Uh,
Oh, you were Tracer
I don't,
game one.
yes,
Okay,
game
because
one
there
I
was a
was.
Tracer game two, and I'm a little tired. I'm sorry. And I'm like, wait,
No,
Tracer
you're
game
fine.
two was Uncomfortably Numb. So am I?
No.
Yeah, my
Game
bad.
one I played Tracer. I don't play Tracer. Like I just don't touch the hero.
Right,
I
right,
just
right, right.
I trolled my team because I'm a mean person and I wanted spicy.
It was pretty spicy. Um, Overwatch versus Overwatch, Genji versus Tracer. You won a few rounds. He won a few rounds. Ultimately, he won a little more. I mean, having Abathur plus another Genji, you're going to be
Yeah,
outnumbered. It's not going to
yeah.
feel
It was.
great. Wasn't
I
there a Junkrat in the game? Yeah, there's like three Overwatch heroes in game one,
yeah.
and
I just
six
gotta
Diablo
remember
heroes
that's
in game two, by the way.
well. Diablo heroes are currently broken.
You're not wrong. No, we were just missing a Mephisto and I don't know who else to throw in there. Nazebo, Vala. Can you
Yeah,
have like a
because
full 5v5 Diablo game at this point? I think you can. Or
let's see.
close. It might be like 9.
I think you can. I mean, you got Joe, Diablo,
Here.
Cassia, Ming.
Oh yeah, oh yeah,
Yeah,
there's like 15 or 16 Diablo heroes. I'm
yeah.
crazy.
You can definitely have a
I was
five.
forgetting all the specialists like Asmo and
Well, they don't count for anything.
Zool and stuff. Yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah, so game one probably didn't go the way you thought. It didn't really go the way I thought either, frankly.
I'll be on that draft was I I didn't have anything. I had no response to that draft like at all.
Murky, Abathur, Genji, Asmodan. I forget who their fifth was. Hanzo or something. You managed to punish the Asmodan a lot though. 5 deaths on him.
Well, yeah, he's just that big body. That's easy for everyone to hit.
Yeah, he complained in the chat like tank isn't peeling, and I commented, well, like you're the tankiest hero in this match, so can't really
It's
complain. He has more health than some warriors, in fact. But
actually I think he has the second or third highest base health in the game.
yeah, it's in like the top 3 to 5 for sure. But of course, he has no ability. He has no peel. So,
No, yeah.
but worked out. Just spamming demonic invasion and annihilation globes and everything. Let's talk about game two because game one looked a little shaky, but worked out from completely numb. Game two looks fairly even until the mid game, and suddenly you guys just explode and start steamrolling UC in all these fights over and over and over. So talk to me about game two.
Um. Well, just our team was better at uh. our team was better at collapsing on overextensions than theirs was because they were looking for picks in general, and as long as I didn't stand out too much, I wouldn't have died. I standed out a lot though, so I died a lot.
Right? Were you
But I feel like
the
I
were
was the
you
Cassia.
Cassie? I was gonna say Cassie. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice damages though, and I like that you synergized your blind talents to go with the Johanna and stuff for the extra damage and all that.
Yeah, the talent choices I felt were a little weird for me because I don't normally take that level 4 talent, but I've seen a lot of Cassias who are up against high CC teams take it, and so it
Right.
works out a little bit more.
Yeah, it's nice. The extra blind area of effect, duration, all that jazz, more damage. And I believe you were top DPS that game, so did
Yeah,
did work out.
yeah, I try. Cassia is actually a hero I can play though. I'm a tracer.
Just got to be a Diablo. No Overwatch. Yeah, I thought if Uncomfortably Numb executed a little better, they would have had more of a shot. They started at one point just kind of throwing their bodies at you over and over and over, sort of
Yeah,
in like
the
twos and threes and ones and whatever. A little strange in the late game, mid late game.
yeah Diablo. We felt like we could punish Diablo a lot more. I don't know why. Maybe he thought he was a little bit like beefier than he was,
I think
but
so. I actually couldn't help but laugh when they just kind of left him to die on your sapper camp, and he had just gotten full souls, like
Yeah,
2 seconds before, and then you kill him, and so he burns them all, and it's just pre 10 and pre like triple altar or whatever. It's like,
yeah,
wow, that is
that's
so feels bad.
dismissible.
It's like, all right, you can die now. You have a quick res anyway. It's like, I don't know about that.
Yeah,
No, the Malthael was played really well. The last rites, I think he had 7 stacks by the end of the game. So
I don't know what Jamster was on. 2v1ing a Tracer in a year, like he put in some work
yeah,
again.
he was putting the hurt on the Yrell. It's a favorite matchup, but still, he had this really nicely timed last rites off the Ardent Defender, and he like timed it just so as the Ardent Defender expired, the last rites procced and killed her. I was like, nice, yeah.
Yeah, he was. I'm proud of him this game.
It was
He
yeah, it was a nice, really nice Malthael performance. I thought, it's a little squishy against like all this aggro, right? Diablos, Karazims, Tracers, whatever, but
yeah.
made it look pretty good.
Other than that, the game just kind of went in our favor.
Deckard, I have to say, had a much improved game as well. His game one sleeps were like basically zero impact, but in this game he had
Game one was a
it was, it
thing.
was a warm up game. No
Yeah,
big deal.
more or less. I guess that's what we'll have to call it because we weren't all there.
No, I mean you looked like a almost like a completely different team game two, whatever that says about you guys. But you looked like fire round two, and everyone was super on point with their abilities and their timings and saving each other, and it was nice. It was a real nice team performance.
Yeah.
Any was this the end of your NGS run? You playing more? What's is this your first
Um.
time? I haven't gotten to see your team play, talk to you guys. So, what's NGS been about for you this season? Is it your first time competing, or multiple times, or just give me a little quick rundown about Yrellevent?
Me. Oh, as a team.
Yeah, well, you and or the team.
Well, me. This is my second season. I'm just playing just because I enjoy competing. That's just me. But the team, they formed this season, and they had another player who, unfortunately, left, and I offered to fill in for said player, and then I played a couple games with them and stuff like that. I mean, they're a cool bunch of guys. They like playing. They like to have fun. They're not always super serious about everything, and just that really.
Nice, nice. Well, I guess we'll see what either the end of this season or next season will bring for Irrelevant. I don't know if the team's staying together or not. Can't say.
I
Maybe
have
you
no,
know, or maybe you don't want to say. Even if you do know, that's fine.
I have no comments on anything as of right now.
That's an excellent answer. I actually shouldn't even be asking you that. But I hope you've been having fun in NGS thus far. Looked like you had a lot of fun tonight.
I always have a good time.
Glad to hear it. Any comments or shoutouts you want to drop before I let you go?
I mean, I'm gonna shout out you. I messaged you like 5 minutes before the game started, telling you to cast us. That was a whole thrown together thing.
It was a great series, though. You guys delivered. I'm happy I cast it.
Uh, so I'm thankful for the cast because
You're welcome.
you know I have to shout out my team because the first game I did troll them pretty hard, and they didn't immediately get super pissed off at me. I'm pretty sure they're not exactly pleased, but it was for fun. And the second game, we they picked up my slack, and I also contributed. So they did really well. I'm proud of the team. They played their hideouts, and maybe we'll be able to make it through the wild card. Who knows? We'll still have to figure stuff out. Oh,
Absolutely. You never know.
and I want to shout out Psycho because I love Psycho. He's
Alrighty. Shoutouts to Team, Psycho, and potential wild card participation for you guys on the horizon. Whatever you decide to do, good luck, have fun moving forward.
Thank
And
you.
yeah, thanks for putting on a great show tonight, and have a good evening.
You too, man.
Thank you. That was Toxic of Irrelevant. Apparently, he's a sub player, which I didn't know till someone in chat said it. But he asked to be interviewed. So hey, there you go. Squeaky wheel gets the oil. But yeah, GG well played. That will be the draw. I don't believe that affects any of the standings, though I will have a peek. tournament, Division A East. Yrellevent is number 14, and Uncomfortably Numb's rank 11. Okay. Well, currently, maybe there's some results not in. I thought I saw UC say something about being like 13th place or something, but they're 11th on the current board, so I don't know how accurate that is. Anyway, not in playoffs as of this time until any wildcard results come in. Thanks for watching here. We actually got an asthma dunk on the screen. How appropriate, considering game one. Yeah, I'll be dropping. I mean, you can find the VOD, of course, on the channel, but I'll also be dropping it in the NGS VOD channel in a couple minutes, in 5 minutes or something, so it can be found there. GG well played again to both teams. Thanks for everyone to showing up, cheering for your teams, and hanging out in chat. Appreciate it. And oh yeah, we had a few follows. Thank you to Let Us Star, VCR Player, and InfaFox. Very much appreciate your follows. Hey, Toxic is also now following. Thank you very much, all 4 of you. Much appreciated on the support. Always welcome. You guys are the best. And that'll do me, so good luck, have fun, and I'll be streaming more next week. More games, more casts, more coaching. See you then.